Topic 2. Let's touch on your favorite video game. We touched on it a little bit in topic 1. Double Dash. Mario Kart Double Dash. Hit me.
Okay, so this is the best Mario Kart game known to man. As well as it's my favorite video game because of what it did to me. It was like we talked a lot about.
Where did it touch you, Quinten?
I'll have a doll out for you, but no, it was. This is the game that's like we in my gaming history we talked about like me and my brother playing games. This is the game that basically cemented in that relationship that I have with my brother over video games. It was because in Double Dash, what can happen is there's going to be two players, two avatars on a cart at once. And what happened was, me and my brother, we would just race against each other. Like, oh wait, what if we teamed up? What if we were just this unstoppable duo? Then we just started doing that. He would be the driver, and then he would be like, it's just how me and him used to play Halo. It was, went to play Halo. It was he would drive, and if he would see someone that I have like a red shell or a green shell, he would just tell me where to throw, and it would just be like this. It would just be like it was literally just like this. It was like he would tell me when to use an item, tell me when not to use an item, tell me if I needed to dump an item real quick or if like we needed to swap. It was stuff like that, and it was
so basically he didn't really need you. You were just along for the ride.
That as well, but no, that's the thing. This is where I'm not more along for the ride is because in Double Dash you can't control the AI. That's why it was cool because when he would tell me when to use an item, the AI would use the item at random. You know, like it was basically allowing for us to control what's actually like more happening with what's actually happening in our cart and like toy around with variations and do stuff like that. And like that's what makes it awesome. It's basically 2-player Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think you're a little foggy remembering because like I only ever played it single player, and I could drive, and shoot what I needed to shoot at the same time. So,
well, because
it wasn't an AI thing so much.
I don't think you're remembering this game properly.
I didn't put many hours into Mario, but I played it.
Many hours.
And I played it, and I went through and went through each cup, and I remember playing it just single player, and yeah, I would play, Mario and have Luigi on the back or whatever, and just have Luigi shoot out the thing, but it still played just like Mario Karts had. So I would it was me driving and also just shooting out the things.
But for me it was like as a kid you're like, oh yeah, my bigger brother this guy I look up to, he's basically in control of this and he's just telling me what to do. Mm-hmm. And it was just a key moment. And it was like, oh wait, we have this relationship. Like me and my brother don't fight. We get along really well. Like we're best of friends. And it was just that moment where I'm like, oh wait, we can just play a game where it's basically just us getting along and not yelling at each other or not fighting, and this game helped cement that relationship. I can't understate that. I'm not literally
you're doing it all. You're just playing Mario Kart all wrong. Mario Kart is all about you're supposed to play against one another.
No,
and
that's
the thing.
You guys that's what this game was about.
You guys can team up against everybody else and be 1 and 2. You be 1 and 2, but one of you has to be the better one. And that's so no. You're playing Mario Kart all wrong. I get that it's giving you familial ties but no, my favorite memories of Mario Kart were always when I was crushing my sister or my father.
Oh, granted, I'm doing that now, but and also Zyger, I know you're listening to this. I will crush. Me and my brother will crush you at Mario Kart Double Dash. We will crush you. You have heard. He has messages in his inbox that are like, "Hey, at PSX, let's play Mario Kart Double Dash because I will crush you." We will crush. It's stuff like that. It's basically just playground banter that we would throw to our friends. That they're like, "You have a GameCube? Weird. Get a 360." And you're like, "The GameCube's awesome." Or they would say, "Get a Wii" or whatever. But it was just fun, man. It's fun and nostalgia. That's really what it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm totally just joking. But
my
it's
God,
that. Those are my memories with Mario Kart. Is is playing against my sister and
Yeah.
getting really pissed when like she would get a blue shell or something because I'd be crushing her the entire time, and then like through just Nintendo's complete like weighted like we're gonna give it to the people who are losing, we're gonna give them a second chance. Like she would crush me at the last minute or something and slide by, and it was like, that's such cheap bullcrap, boo. So yeah, it's those kinds of moments that are like, those are my Mario Kart moments in any iteration of the game. And yeah, it's just, so I never played Mario Kart as like a co-op kind of game.
Like that was the thing that we soon realized, is that like there's Mario Kart games after that were like, oh wait, you can't, like there's no, like you have to play by, like you have to drive by yourself and shoot the items by yourself, and like that's no fun. Then we would play it for a couple minutes, like then just go back to Double Dash, because it's just basically we're having fun, we're having co-op, and like this is why I like games like Castle Crashers or like Mario Party so much. It's because or the 2-on-2 Mario Party mini games or whatever you want to say about them. Like it's just fun, and it's just having co-op experiences that you weren't really expecting to have, because you look at the cover and like, oh, Double Dash, you'll just be like one guy in a cart and like it'll just do whatever. But then you find out the option that you can do both. Like, that's the thing. So
you hadn't played Mario Kart 64, or definitely not on the Super Nintendo, since you didn't have one. So this was your first Mario Kart game.
That was my first Mario Kart game until the one on the Wii.
Okay.
I kind of played the one on the DS and like, eh. But then again, the Wii one was like, you gotta go like that.
Yeah, I mean that's
no fun.
Unless you had like one of the other controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no, like, and like, I don't know why, but it stands out the most to me, and it's the most.
I mean, it's those memories with your brother, I imagine, or
yeah, and that's basically it, and like that's why we talked so much about Battlefront 2, and like that's. Like, basically my favorite game is any couch co-op game that I played in my childhood. Mario Kart Double Dash is basically just the most one that I remember the most. The biggest one that I remember. I know I said most twice. Mm-hmm. But don't give me crap. I'm a good writer.
You can use a thesaurus when you're writing, when you're just speaking off the cuff, whatever.
It's called, there's the red line that goes underneath, and you can just Control Z or Command Z, whatever you're using, PC or Mac. But no, and like that's just how it is. It's just it's just all those memories attached to it. And like I'm sure your favorite game is probably like some Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, it is. 6.
Is it 6 or 7? Yeah.
6, yeah.
Called it.
But I mean, it was also in the very first episode of this. That was me and my favorite games. I've also said it many a time. But yeah, no, which for me was a very solitary experience. So it wasn't like memories. Like I have fond memories, especially of like N64 era and before that, of like playing with friends. Like Final Fantasy VII, some of my favorite memories are playing with my best friend growing up at his house before I ever had a PlayStation. But they like the game itself, like I think of 6 as a better game. But I have like stronger relationship tied memories to that, 6, or to 7 from playing with my friend, or to to those like days where we would just all go across the street after school to my friend Luke's house and play GoldenEye or Mario Kart 64 or Smash Brothers and stuff like that. Like where we would play, like 6 of us would sit down and play, and then we would rotate in the 2 people who weren't playing, like they would get next basically against whoever won the top match. So I can totally relate to and appreciate the memories being outside of the game itself. In terms of the game itself, what are some of the because I think of like a desert. I want to say a desert level.
Dry desert.
Yeah. When I think of that game, and that's like the only. I mean, apart from like Rainbow Road, of course.
Rainbow Road, Wario Coliseum.
Oh, is that where Wario Coliseum was? Okay.
Yeah. That's what. Then it turned into Waluigi Coliseum, which is just a not good map at all. Wario Coliseum is awesome. It's got loop-de-loops. It's got chain chomps. It's got like spiral down. It's totally whack, bro. It's totally whack.
I'm trying to think.
I can't believe it.
I feel like there was probably also a Wario Stadium on the N64.
Yeah.
So that's it's. So what are some of the standout courses for you in that?
Daisy Cruise.
Oh, okay.
If you know what that is.
I mean, as you touch on them, I will get memories of them. It's just because I've played, I played Mario Kart 8. I've played every Mario Kart except the 3DS one or whatever, DS one maybe. The maps kind of all blur together for me, and I never played them so intimately that I knew the levels by name or anything like that. But I can think about them as you mentioned them. So Daisy Cruise, I remember that one going down into the
So I
ship.
googled it to get the official track list because I know I'm gonna butcher some of these. Starting with the Mushroom Cup, you have Luigi Circuit, Peach Beach, Baby Park, and Dry Desert.
Baby Park.
Any of those ring a bells?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Baby Park being the really short one that you had to do eight.
Baby
eight
Park
laps on.
sucks, bro. I hate Baby Park.
How do you hate Baby Park?
Back. It's trash.
Why is it trash?
It's literally anyone can do it. A baby can do it and do it in their sleep. It takes no skill to do.
It takes absolute skill when you start peppering that place with green shells or banana peels or whatever. You
literally all you have to do is drift.
Yeah.
You can literally drift the whole map.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah. But
for 7 laps, it's not fun.
That's how you then you're not using it. You're not playing aggressively enough because you can or defensively enough. Because anybody can take out a drift with a red shell or something. You'll be screwed.
Excuse me, sir. Who played more hours of Mario Kart?
Well, I'm sure you did, but I'm still saying that's what makes that a not shitty map is that yes, it's simple, but you can also make it really complex if you're playing with multiple people and just pepper it with items
and if you put it on 99 laps, oh man, you're in for a show. So going on to the Flower Cup, you have Mushroom Bridge, which is one of the best maps in this game.
Mushroom Bridge.
It's got
which one was
God.
that? Is that the one where you're hopping from mushroom to mushroom at certain points?
No, I don't remember. Okay. All I know is that there's a bridge and there's a shortcut where you can take the sides of the bridge and go over.
Oh yeah, okay.
There's a shortcut immediately in the beginning.
Oh, so
of
it's
the game.
the one. It's the one that in that game that has other cars that are on the road that can hit you and
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I mean, I know there was the N64 one where it was Toad's Track or whatever it was, or Toad Highway. Mm-hmm. But no, that map did it really well, and all the shortcuts in it. Also, this is one of the few Mario Kart games that actually has a lot of shortcuts in a lot of the tracks, which I really liked because if you knew what you're doing, man, you're on top of it. Then you got Mario Circuit, Daisy Cruise, Daisy Cruiser, whatever you want to call it. Then you have Waluigi Stadium, which I know you mentioned, but I totally forgot that it was in this game. Because it's a weird map. It's a really weird map.
Is that
there's fireballs and stuff?
Yeah, is that the Thunderdome one kind of thing?
Yeah, it's the Thunderdome one. Then going on to the Star Cup, which is possibly the best one. Whew, man, you got Sherbet Land. Ooh, man. Talk about memorable music, man. That soundtrack to that track alone. Ooh, man, it gets me going. Because that map is hard, man. Especially on the GameCube. The one on the Wii U, not as hard. Because there's a lot of underground stuff. And in this one, it was all oh, watch out. There's a ton of ice things that can freeze you and do all this crap to you that you don't really want to do. Mm-hmm. But then you got Mushroom City. You got Yoshi Circuit. Now, boy, Trevor, if you know about Yoshi Circuit and you know about the shortcuts, oh man, you can cut that map like that.
I mean, that's the one that's basically shaped like a Yoshi, yeah.
Yoshi, yeah.
I don't remember where the shortcuts are in there. I'm sure they're bound.
There was this one spot where you had to get 2 mushrooms. It was either you got to get the 3 mushroom and the golden mushroom. You literally just go off the cliff and just hit it and keep boosting in the air to keep you're basically just trying to hang glide. Yeah. Before that was a thing, then land on this thing and just hit a warp pipe and then just take it in front. It was a really cheap way to do it if you knew how to do it and you had the right thing to do. Then you got maybe the second best map, DK Mountain.
Oh, okay, yeah. This was the introduction to DK Mountain. Okay.
Oh man, this is the coolest, possibly the coolest Mario Kart map ever, You got the canyon thing that launches you to the top, and you're racing down. Dude, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Like, granted, it's kind of like a weird gimmick in a Mario Kart game, because it's like, oh yeah, you can just do that, and if you boost in the air, it doesn't really do anything. It's a waste of items. Don't do it. Don't ever do that, because it is a waste of your items, and you won't understand what you're doing if you don't know what you're doing. No, that map, I think that map's probably my brother's favorite. I think he always loved playing that map. I think. I don't know. Yeah, it is his favorite map. But because it was just so interesting and unique, because it's literally, you start from like the little, like, the desert area where you start, then you go up to the rocks, and you go to the mountain. It's a volcano, and you're running down the volcano, like running down the mountain as the lava is going down. Then you go into the forest, and you come back, and it's a really cool design. It's really unique for a Mario Kart stage. Then in the Special Cup, you have my favorite, Wario Coliseum, this is the only map that my brother would actually let me drive, because I would just do it so flawlessly. I don't know why I was so good at this one, because it's so sporadic and there's a lot of like sharp turns and stuff, but I just knew it, and it was a lot of hairpin turns, which sucks in a kart racer. But man, that one's fun. Then there's all the fire stuff. Then you got Dino Jungle.
Okay.
Do you know about Dino Jungle?
I mean, vaguely. It's a blur again.
Okay, so this one is possibly the weirdest Mario Kart map ever, because there's dinosaurs literally walking around and stomping you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take just like a very loud sigh for that one.
Okay.
Because it's a dumb map, dude.
Okay.
Like, it's a really dumb map.
So, Mario Kart Double Dash, not perfect. It has flaws.
No, it is the best game. Best Mario Kart game.
It can be the best, but it can also have flaws.
Yes.
And given the sigh that you have for that, it sounds like
it's that map alone. Then you have Bowser's Castle, which is possibly one of the most, I don't call it interesting, but like just like thought-provoking levels, because you're all like, why are you racing through Bowser's Castle? That doesn't make any sense. Like, Bowser's a bad guy. Like, what would drive yourself to drive through this maniac kidnapper psycho?
Okay,
like, his lair. What would make you think
also
of
like
doing
he's
that?
Also one of your racing buddies in this whole thing. So
yeah,
tennis, like Bowser's Castle was not a new kind of conceit for one of their maps. I'm pretty sure that's been in there since the Super Nintendo.
It's been in there for a while. I think it was in the N64.
It was always you always had the thwomps coming down and messing up your day.
God. I don't think there's thwomps in this map on this one. It was the giant fireball where he would move left and right and he would shoot the giant fireball.
I imagine there's still something that'll come and crush you on that map.
Oh yeah,
it might not have been like a thwomp in particular, but I feel like there's something in there that'll mess up your day.
Then you have the best Rainbow Road.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you hesitating?
I don't know what makes this one the best, but I also can't argue against it because I don't remember any of the Rainbow Roads. And I was even just watching like GameSpot posted a video that was like Rainbow Road through the years, and it was going through every, like, it did the Super Nintendo and then the N64 and then the GameCube and then the GBA or whatever, and it went through like each Rainbow Road and it's like, yeah, I don't remember like I remember all of them sucking, but I don't remember like why or which ones.
This one was fun because it's the first one that remember that realized that, oh wait, you can just cut the course. And you can do that, and like if you're just smart with it, you can just like beat the game. I think it's one of the first Mario Kart games where Rainbow Road wasn't a solitary track. It was 3 laps. Because in N64, as you know, it is just point A to point B. In this one, it's 3 laps. It's just like going around, and it's also really long.
I mean, Super Nintendo one was a lap structure. So N64,
really?
if that's, and I don't remember the N64 one, but it is
point
like
A to point B.
That would have been like the
return to form
outcast kind of
yeah. Oh no, because I know that because I didn't play the N64 one.
But you played it on like the Wii U remake or whatever.
Bingo, bingo. Which is Mario Kart 8 is possibly the second best Mario Kart game. But no, this track list, it looks simple, but it's awesome. And also it's got one of you don't really see I know you can't see the page that I'm looking at, but it's got something next to each of so it says Wario Coliseum, right? Then it's got Wario on the right, then it's got a little maybe stadium lights on behind the lettering, and that's really cool. That's something you don't see. All you see is just the lettering nowadays. It's none of that pizzazz. It was oh yeah, this is Wario stage. Instead it just says Waluigi Stadium. It just says it rather than popping out and oh, he owns this. You know what I mean?
Sure, I guess. I feel like, again, that's something that it just seems like a mainstay of the series for me. Going all the way back to the Super Nintendo and the N64, where I feel pretty much any time you had a named person's stage, it was oh, okay, that's that. It's not they're going to be better on that map for you or anything. It's just that's the brand of this level. Was kind of getting that kind of, but it might have been that might have been the first time they really started doing that. I don't know. It's, again, Mario Kart at this point is a big old blur. I always had
blur.
more fun.
It's like a drug.
In the battle mode with a lot of those games. Battle mode on on Double Dash was a good one.
Now we get the battle mode, and there are 6 maps. Trevor, can you name any of these?
No, of course
maps?
not.
Okay, you have Cookie Land, Pipe Plaza, GameCube, Tilt-A-Cart, Luigi's Mansion, and Block City. Oh man. Okay. Everyone but Cookie City and Tilt-A-Cart are flawless. Pipe Plaza is one of the coolest battle mode stages ever because it's literally a brick wall, right? Then there's 2 warp pipes on the bottom, 2 on the top. One takes you to the top, one takes you to the bottom, etc., for each warp pipe. And that is the most chaotic map I have ever had in my life. It's also a very small map. It's I don't know, probably, I don't know how video game boundaries work, because I would say maybe 200 feet by 200 feet. It's just a square. It's there's just shit everywhere, dude. There's shells running wild. Then because the worst part about that is
it's the baby circuit, but in battle mode. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, basically, and you would throw a red shell, but it would go for someone, then see someone closer, then redirect, and it would keep doing that. It was just that chaotic because everyone's going everywhere, and that's the crazy thing about it. Then you have the Nintendo GameCube, which is possibly the weirdest one.
It's a very meta level.
Yeah, you're playing on top of a GameCube. Who was thinking about the level design with that level alone?
I mean, that's a very Nintendo thing to do. We've got this fun little GameCube design thing, so yeah, let's go ahead and make a level where you're playing on the GameCube. It's funny because you're playing a GameCube game on the GameCube. Ah, ha, ha.
GameCube, that's so funny, dude. I miss Nintendo.
Thanks,
like that. Yeah, but I will say the funniest thing about the GameCube, this is a total tangent, is it's got a handle on it. Totally forgot about that
until they mentioned it. They made a big point of it in the Switch presentation last week.
Yeah. I was oh wait, they really have tried making consoles movable for some time now.
You don't need a handle on that console to make it movable. It was a small
that thing's so light
and portable thing enough.
It's this big. Okay. Then you have Block City, which I think people know from Block Fort, the inferior map, because Block City far superior because it's just way cooler. It's got dice blocks in it. Who couldn't love that? Then you have Luigi's Mansion, which is basically just Luigi's Mansion, but way scarier because there's booze. Yeah, and that's about it about the courses in Double Dash. Do you have any other questions on why I love
Who are your
game,
favorite
Trevor?
characters? Who would you and your brother run as?
Okay, we would run as the Koopa Brothers.
I don't remember it.
He would be red and I would be green.
They were in that. Okay.
If you didn't know,
are they the unlockables?
what would happen?
Or some of the unlockables?
No, they're base game. the thing with the characters in that game is each one would have a special item. So like the baby ones would have the chain chomps, like and stuff like that. And so like the reason we did is like, oh, if we're smart with 3 green shells or smart with 3 red shells, we can basically just move up three spots. Like that's how we thought about it. It's like if you're able, like I'm gonna use a baseball metaphor. Like if you're able to hit and get on base and you're able to score from that, then go for it. But if you're not, then it's not profitable for your team to score like that. And so that's just how we thought about it. It was very much a sports mentality of who can we knock out, who can we progress, who can we do this, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? And it was just a very as I don't know, maybe like an 8-year-old kid, you're all like sure, that sounds fun. Then you think about it and I'm like, wow, that's a legit strategy that is actually really smart and used throughout sports.
I mean, I can certainly understand the red shell one. Green shells, given how much more precision they require, I was like, that seems like I would not, because if you're close enough where you can aim effectively and knock out that green shell, you can probably get them with anything else too. And given that like green shells, you're going to be able to get them naturally anyway in the game because they are kind of like them, and the banana peels are going to be your that's going to be your most common item anyway. Seems like
the green shells actually were a method of getting rid of the bananas, or if you saw someone going around a corner, you could just bank it at the right angle and it hit them. Yeah, that's how we would do it. It was a ballsy game to play with the green shells. Yeah, how it's played. But if done right, who knows? You could be moving forward, you can be moving backwards. They're such an unpredictable item to use.
So Coop Brothers, what of those tracks is your favorite track?
Probably Sherbert Land.
Okay. Jumping in and getting all frozen and having to be fished out of the water.
Oh my god, that thing is it's not even funny how brutal that map is. Brutal, man. The Wii U remake on it, it's so easy now. It's so easy. The original version's rough. There's none of the shortcuts. There's none of that.
Remember, hopping was still a thing, right? In Double Dash, like you could R2 or L2 or something to hop over. Like if you timed it just right, you could hop over a shell that was coming at you, or I mean, you had to be spot on, but or banana peels.
I have never known about that until now.
I feel like that's a thing that's been in there since.
Wow, you can do that? That's kind of cheap, though.
Again, you have to. It's frame specific. So if you miss it, you're still gonna spin out or something. But I'm pretty sure hopping has been around since since that era. It might have been since N64. I could also be wrong though.
It was probably the dawn of the 3D Mario Kart games. Because it's the only way to actually, if you think about it technologically, it's the only way to actually skip frames, because you can't do that on the SNES version, but you can do that in 3D Mario versions, 3D Mario Kart versions, because you're able to see more angles and stuff, and you can actually avoid, it's personally, it just makes sense. I think it might have started on the GameCube, but it might have started on the N64.
Okay, and then lastly, what outside of the shells, what are some of your favorite weapons in that? Is that because we don't have Bullet Bill yet, right? That's not a thing yet in that one.
No,
that's got to be when the blue shell started. Was that generation? Was Double Dash? That was the introduction of the blue shell.
Let me go to my history and go to the wiki about it, because I do not know a lot of the items off the top of my head, except for the ones
the basics. Because Lightning Bolt was always where it was at for me.
Oh, fake item box. Fake item box.
I mean, those. I mean, that's a standard from way back.
But man, if you were good with those, you
just drop that right in with the line of other things, and you drop it, and then you immediately pick up the next one.
And the best part about those is if someone hits that. Then if they had a mushroom or something, it would drop right where that item was, and if you were smart, you could get that item and boom. It was a ballsy game to play, but if done properly.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's subterfuge. Absolutely a good strategy. I was always
going
back to again the Super Nintendo one. you had to basically be in like last place to get it ever in your inventory, but like the lightning bolt where everybody else. I mean,
Really?
like it was an extremely rare pull if you weren't in last. Or
because I got it all the time in like fourth and like Double Dash.
It has changed over the games, but that was always one of my favorites, was like getting to shrink everybody and then being big and like running over people and crushing them. I would totally try and do that as much as I could.
To be perfectly clear, I was never in love with the Thunderbolt because I was like, it's kind of a cheap item. I'm just gonna like squash these people.
Exactly. That's how great is that? That's awesome.
But like, I want to use something that uses skill, like the fake item block, or like using the chain chomp at the right time, even though the chain chomp's only attached to the baby Marios, the baby Mario and Luigi. But no, that's why I like the shell so much, is because it's all skill. Like, we have that skill, man. Ooh.
I mean, the red shell isn't, but okay.
No, but like if you like lays that up consecutively.
So if you really want that, then you needed the banana peel and to shoot the banana peel. That was a thing, right? You know that you could either just drop your green shell.
I know that's the thing.
But
But
your green shell, or shoot the banana peel forward.
But the thing, I was never good with the banana, and you can only get the 3 bananas if you're Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong. So, like, my chance of using bananas, like, banana, whatever. But in Double Dash, you couldn't use it behind you. It was only a last resort item if someone had a red shell. And you just popped it right behind you, or you were praying to God that it would just hit it.
And that's what it was.
Well,
for me, if I recall correctly, it was like if somebody was shooting a red shell at you, you could just kind of hold it there, it would basically take the hit for you. But no, I'm talking even like, somebody's ahead of me, I want to knock him out, so I gotta throw this banana peel ahead of me, and
no, it's like throwing a bomb, like the bomb, whatever you want to call it.
Bomb.
Yeah, okay. But no, I was never good with that either that item either, is because it's all like, there's like, it's like if you're playing Call of Duty, you can hold down the frag or whatever, even in like Dishonored or whatever you're playing, like, and that was literally, you throw it and pray to God that like someone just hits it and it blows up. Like, otherwise there's that chance that you're gonna hit yourself and like screw yourself.
But I would argue I had the same issues with the green shell. Like, I would shoot out a green shell, it would bounce off a wall and knock me out, and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. But like, that's where you gotta be. Like, that's where like the strategy plays. Like, you can only use green shells on certain occasions. Because you would always give it back to the driver.
Exact same thing as the banana peel. It's like, if your strategy's good, you can make any of them work.
That's solid. Yeah.
Any final thoughts you want to say on Mario Kart before we move on?
Fran Mirabella, this game is the best Mario Kart game. As well as, Zyger, you owe me a duel in Mario Kart Double Dash.
I mean, Fran's not going to ever watch this, but
no, I know he's not.
Unless, I mean, like, I think he still follows me on Twitter, so maybe I'll tag him in this and be like, hey, Fran, this kid Quinten wants to call you out on Mario Kart Double Dash, so add this to the list of hate videos that you get from Greg Miller fans.
Like that has only come up recently because I'm like, it's just a stupid joke, because he reviewed the game, he didn't really like it that much. But guess what? I don't care.
Exactly.
He's entitled to his own opinion.
He's the one person that thought that was the game. So
yeah, like, who cares? People think this game's trash. Like, okay then. I don't care.
But yeah, getting to play with Zyger, that seems more appropriate. Yeah, potentially
realistic.
Like
he owes me.
Maybe he owes
me.
You guys can coordinate to have somebody bring your GameCube to Kind of Funny Live 3 in a few months.
He was supposed to bring his game. He was supposed to bring a GameCube PSX. I was supposed to challenge that fucker, beat his ass.
I mean, don't rely on Zyger for like anything really.
No, I'm not. I'm not ever.
No, but yeah,
that's where I rely on you, Trevor.
Okay then.